This video is going to be different than most videos that you see on this channel because I'm going to be talking about a problem I've got and how I think we're going to solve it. And the problem I have here is pretty major. I don't have the time to do the things that I need to do for the channel. No time for making cool t-shirts that we even talk about on stream and figure out exactly what they would be. No time for cool artwork that would really level up the channel. No time for new animations on my stream. None of the things that I need to be doing as a content creator beyond simply turning on the camera, filming the video, editing it as fast as I can, and putting it live. In fact, I don't even have time to start working with an editor in a proper way to relieve the time pressure that I'm under. And in this KVK, it really was my aspiration to move away from leadership activities and to get teams in place, to get things done so that I have the ability to do all of the other critically important things for my channel, for my growth as a content creator. And the reality is that there's just too much to do. And I was still very heavily involved in all of the leadership activities in the kingdom. And I, quite frankly, don't foresee this changing, not anytime soon. And while originally I had wanted to actually recruit a full alliance into Kingdom 75 to hand off leadership to. In fact, many people don't know this, but when we came to 1075 many, many ages ago, we actually did so with the understanding that a different team would run the kingdom, and we had a team that we were migrating in with the Smash Squad that would do, helping with the organizing around some of the war stuff, but there'd be another group that would run 1075. And within a month or so, that was not working at all. It was actually really weird. I had to restrain Groggy, who was losing his mind at one leader of the kingdom in particular. And ultimately, we just completely took over the way that the kingdom was run. And I feel like what we've built in 75 from that position of really a lot of chaos is actually quite incredible. In fact, the systems that we have created in 1075 are some of the most emulated you'll find just about anywhere. In fact, some of the strongest kingdoms in the game have told me they just outright copied our system and try to make it better. And I think that's really, really awesome. And so I mention all of this because to sort of relieve the leadership pressure on a small number of people really doing a lot of things, and a much larger group of people, by the way, administering all their alliances, we really didn't find a group to bring into 1075 in the time frame that we'd need to bring them in, which is basically after this KVK, effective immediately. I need to be out of all these leadership things because it is the worst disservice I could possibly do to my YouTube channel, to myself, to not actually be doing all of these critically important things for my channel. And honestly, I don't spend nearly as much time with my family as I should because I'm doing leadership things instead, and it doesn't make any sense at all. Now, we did find a really great group that was interested in coming to 1075, but they were interested in not after this KVK, but more after the next one. And I need to effectively cut all the time I'm spending on leadership activities. And then a new option presented itself. Because although I had wanted to migrate a leadership team into 1075, and that would be a great way to solve the problem, the other approach that would give me literally zero leadership obligation, but also maintains the core spirit of the Smash Squad, is to take that Smash Squad somewhere else so that I can actually focus on leveling up my channel and spending more time with my family by merging the leadership of these kingdoms. And so we're going to take the core of the Smash Squad and we're going to conserve that spirit and that energy, and we're going to combine it with 254. So we're migrating to 254. And even if we had won this KVK, which we did not, the outcome here would be 100% unequivocally the same. I need to get out of leadership activities. And I am easily spending over 20 hours a week on these activities. And there's just not an effective way for me to reduce without getting a bunch of people in, stepping up to these leadership roles. And there were no teams looking to move within our desired time frame. You know, I put out a message and we tried to bring in leadership teams. That would have been, in fact, that was our sort of starting point to try to find a great team to bring in. And there was not even like a team that we really wanted, but they turned us down. Like, we could not find, and there just weren't any teams looking to migrate to a new kingdom, not leadership teams. And we really felt like, when we think about what 254 does and the way that they play, that we would be just a great fit for going there. And what I'm basically saying is it's a good culture fit. And the people who want to fight really, really hard and are unafraid to zero themselves for a KVK will move together with the Smash Squad to 254. And for those not familiar with the history of Smash Squad, by the way, the squad portion of our name is something that we put in specifically because Death Squad was going to play with us and bring his crew originally to 1075. And although the migration timing and all that ultimately didn't work out, it is, I think, a really good fit that we ultimately are ending up in the same place as a whole bunch of people who were in that core group with Death Squad. Finally, I don't know how, what is it, 7 KVKs later, the thing we had tried to do is coming to fruition, bringing a bunch of people together who are a great fit. So for those of you that want to join us, the game plan is to make 254 stronger than ever. And our piece of that puzzle is just bringing in a crazy, powerful fighting alliance. And also bringing the leadership, some of the leadership anyways, from 1075 that does the war planning, so that there are more people doing all of those critical activities and doing that, sort of combining forces with the leadership from 254. So if you want to join us, and you're over 60 million power, we're already getting, honestly, a shocking amount of interest from other players and kingdoms, even though we hadn't announced this anywhere, which is really weird. So contact Ruz and Cortex if you're higher power or have a group that is higher power and you want to join. We will be looking to bring people in. Also, I told Ruz and Cortex this is crazy, but you can slide right into their DMs. That's linked in the description if you're over 60 million power. If you're under 60 million power, join the 254 recruitment Discord. That is also linked below. So where does that leave 1075, and what do we do next? I think this depends a lot on the players that are in 1075 and what they want to do. Our game plan is to defend the starting zone and drop power, defending our starting zone. And players that haven't already made huge contributions in this KVK can step up in defending the starting zone and potentially have the option to come with us to 254. And the players that already have made big contributions obviously have that option to come with us to 254. But the players that haven't already done their part and don't defend the starting zone will forfeit the option to come with us. You know, I have spent 3 years prioritizing 1075 over creating content. And although the channel has been and continues to be a tremendous success, it's getting a fraction of the time and attention that it deserves. And I'm spending less time with my family than I should. So today is really the first step in my fixing my priorities. I appreciate your understanding. I hope that you'll join me and be excited for this next step of my journey as a content creator, of the journey of the members of 1075 and the players in the Smash Squad that ultimately move over to 254. I think this is going to be a lot of fun for everybody to play and to watch. Thank you for your support. Thank you for understanding. This is a choice that, again, win or lose this KVK did not matter. The opportunity to combine forces, reduce leadership burden is something I have needed for myself for a very, very long time. And it should be really cool. So for those of you that have joined me in this 1075 and Smash Squad journey, thank you. This journey is not done. It's now evolving to its next form. And I really appreciate your trust and your support and your dedication for every step of this journey we've done together. It's been a hell of a ride. And if the kingdoms we fought are really honest, I think every single one of them will admit that we are one of the toughest foes that they have ever had to fight, win or lose. And I'm really proud of what we've built together. And I'm proud of this next evolution of our journey to be an even more insane and strong fighting force, despite the fact that it will be very polarizing. Not everyone is going to want to join with a kingdom that expects every single player will commit to zeroing themselves with the team when the time comes. I respect that not everyone wants to be a part of that, but I also think that it's the right choice for us to take on this journey, this crazy journey in Rise of Kingdoms. This was a very difficult decision for me. Ruz and Cortex will, I'm sure, tell you on stream at some point that I spent pretty much every ounce of my energy trying to find that right leadership team to either grow from within 1075 or bring to 1075. But at the end of the day, like all of it, there was just no world in which I wasn't too involved. And this play really changes the game for me, for my channel, for my ability to honestly just have fun enjoying and playing the game. And for those of you that don't realize just how much energy and effort is going into the organization and leadership of your kingdoms, like, take a moment to thank the king of your kingdom for spending all the insane amount of time that they're spending, because, like, yes, it is really crazy. This was a really difficult decision for me, but it's the right choice. I had to make it for myself. I had to make it for the team. And I hope you'll join me on this next step of the journey. It's going to be just really crazy.